I'm Amber Williams.
And I'm Lily Hickman.
And this is EMZ Channel 46. Today we'll be talking about a hot topic, literally, that everyone seems to be concerned about: climate change. According to NASA, climate change is a change in the typical average weather of a region or city. This could be a change in the region's average annual rainfall, for example, or it could be a change in the city's average temperature for a given month or season. One country where such changes are present and growing concern is the oceanic island of
Samoa. Such changes are primarily caused by human activity, such as the burning of fossil fuels and fossil fuel emissions. Samoa specifically is affected by island temperature rises, periods of prolonged drought, and flooding and increased water acidification. This can cause coral bleaching and loss of coral reefs on a major scale.
In fact, Samoa's total emissions from fossil fuels from 2011 are about 64,000 metric tons of CO2. These numbers are relatively low compared to other countries, such as the US, with about 6,000 million metric tons and about 3,000 million metric tons for Great Britain.
These emissions do not have a specific effect on the world's total emissions.
Samoa's vulnerability is that it is an island country and thus more susceptible to the effects of climate change. For example, rising sea levels put Samoa's many unique marine species at risk. Sea level changes also aids in the increases in precipitation and flooding for the small island. This may also affect the livelihoods that depend on fishing and coastal waters to survive.
In order to reduce waste in Samoa, Samoans must first reduce waste at the source. This means recycling within homes and businesses in order to reduce the amount of trash sent directly to the Whaigata rubbish dump on the island. Samoans can also reduce the amount of CO2 put into the air by reducing deforestation rates and cutting down on fossil fuel use. The facts show that sea levels are rising. Increases in temperature over the last century are one striking sign of this. Additionally, melting glaciers and large areas of polar ice are conducive to the fact that climate change is happening. NASA cites that the rates of temperature change have been unprecedented within the last 1,300 years. We took to the streets to find out what people think. Jaime! What do you think about climate change in Samoa?
What?
CO2. A byproduct of fossil fuel burning can be harmful to humans. CO2 can cause breathing problems and lung damage, and exposure to high concentration has been known to cause hyperventilation, central nervous system injury, abrupt muscle contractions, elevated blood pressure, and shortness of breath, among other things. Prolonged exposure is ultimately harmful to developing fetus and human health. This greenhouse gas is one of the gases that contribute to global warming. Our consistent release of these gases can cause temperature changes within our atmosphere. Such changes, especially temperature increasing 1 to 2 degrees above global average, can have drastic effects such as a rise in sea level, drought, especially severe natural disasters such as tsunamis and hurricanes, and the extinction of many species. Although some may claim it's too late for Earth, we still have time to make a change in our wasteful habits and drastically reduce the effects of climate change. As for Samoa, their relatively environment consciousness compared to other countries gives them the advantage of having time to make a difference. This has been EMZ.